I'm Serena, and I'm a content writer. I've been working remotely since 2016, and my daily recurring tasks include writing articles on various topics that range from personal finance to remote skills development to trending topics and relevant pieces of news. Apart from remote staff, I've also written for companies like Remit.au, Pepper.ph, and even for Mabuhay Magazine, which is the official in-flight magazine of our country's flagship carrier, Philippine Airlines. It's quite an unusual story. I walked in this fashion show for this lady named Jenny Ferranda, and we became friends and stayed in touch over Facebook. 5 years later, she posted an opening for a content writer on their team. And initially, I was hesitant to apply because I had just resigned from another remote writing job that left me seriously burned out. But Miss Jenny said that I could work part-time, so I applied, got accepted, and years later, I'm still working alongside the same team. That it's a lot of work, but it's also fun. Working remotely means that you have a lot of freedom because there's no one looking over your shoulder all the time. But it also means that you have to keep yourself on track because, again, there's no one looking over your shoulder all the time. And I suppose if you're not used to working on your own, physically anyways, it can be lonely. But if you're working with a great team, it won't feel like that at all. Also, you'll learn something new every day. The remote work industry is incredibly dynamic, and there's always a new skill or update that's worth looking into. The freedom and the flexibility, because let's face it, life happens and sometimes there are emergencies that occur and that you need to attend to right away. And the best thing about remote work is, depending on your client, it doesn't really matter what time you start or stop working as long as you finish your tasks for the day. It's also the only job I know of that you can do from anywhere, so it's perfect if you travel a lot. Then there are the people. Our team on remote staff, for instance, has some of the most amazing graphic designers, SEO specialists, and social media managers that I've ever met, and they're all incredibly generous with their time and their expertise. We've built up quite a good dynamic over the years, and it makes getting stuff done a lot easier and also a lot more fun. The company is also very supportive. I've never had trouble getting paid, for instance, and the onboarding process is pretty straightforward. When I started working with remote staff, it was purely on a part-time basis because I had and still have a day job. But then Manila was placed under Enhanced Community Quarantine, or ECQ. I wasn't able to go to the office for months, so I decided to go full-time. These days, I also do more than just content writing. My experience with remote staff exposed me to so many different aspects of marketing over the years, so I also help out with marketing campaigns, and I even do voiceover work every now and then. So if you've been watching Remote Staff TV, yep, that's me on the voiceover. Keep trying and don't give up. Sometimes it can take a while before you land your first client, or you might encounter a lot of rejection before you do, but you'll forget all about that once you end up with a client that's perfect for you. And while waiting, don't stop learning and don't stop improving your skills. It'll pay off eventually, I promise. And lastly, it helps to align yourself with a company that's committed to your success. For me, remote staff was that company, and if you sign up and complete your profile, they just might be able to do the same for you.